I was here before since this mall is built.
But you were breaking the law all the time.
Yeah. We want to pay rent. If it's like that, is it allowed? Because
why bona Zimbabwe maku right bengahambi bona thina sashuke Zimbabwe ngoba ku wrong saza la bona mabe kwe Zimbabwe ku right abahambe bona maku right thina si right la.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. South Africa is under siege, not by a declared war, not by an invading army, but by a flood of lawlessness enabled by a weak state and worsened by the arrogance of undocumented foreigners who believe this country owes them something. Today we're talking about a Zimbabwean man operating illegally in Fourways, openly hawking on a provincial road, disrespecting the law, ignoring the police, and unbelievably demanding to be given space inside Fourways Mall. Yes, you heard that right. This video will break it all down. The entitlement, the failure of law enforcement, and one of the most disgusting statements ever uttered by a black police officer in post-apartheid South Africa. Let's get into it.
Main road, yes. Are all provincial roads, no hawkers. That's the law.
Yeah, Mr. Ford, that is what I'm talking about.
Where do you stay,
is there?
Where do you stay?
I am staying Diepsloot.
Okay, so why aren't you in Diepsloot?
There's no space, that's why we're here. I was thinking that if you can talk to the one who is supposed to take that, then we...
How can the Fourways Mall give you a space in the shops? They've got
100,000
shops.
Why? Because since I was here before since this mall is built.
But you were breaking the law all the time.
Yeah.
But I think we've
explained
everything more than us. We studied this, but we've explained more than us.
Because we're going to bring the content and now put in the stakes.
And if we found you tomorrow, blessing, if we found you here, we're gonna do the bylaws. You know us.
No.
We're not gonna come when we must speak
I know it.
Today I think
yes, but bring it. Come on,
hamba eDiepsloot usitholele indawo nyana uzisize usele khona ngoba la kunamimono bayinvestile amabhiliyoni iyo lento wena ufuna ukusikuza la
iyo lento befuna ukuzama ukukhuluma ukuthi angeke babone ukusinikeza indawo na or sibhadala sikhuphe irent. Mr. David,
that one is
we want to pay rent. If it's like that, is it allowed? Because exactly
that one you need to, it has to come from the owner of the mall.
Yeah,
maybe to build something, but councillor.
Yeah, because councillor he must know it about it. Okay, so fine. That is why I'm talking about the councillor, because since Mr. David, listen, Mr. David,
go to the office. They'll come to the office.
Blessing,
no, let them be sweet. Yes,
there you have it. Yeah, abantu abahluphayo ne bathi sibuyele eZimbabwe. Why bona Zimbabwe maku right bengahambi bona thina sashuke Zimbabwe ngoba ku wrong saza la. Bona mabe kwe Zimbabwe ku right abahambe bona maku right thina si right la. Ne? Uyangizwa into engisho? Ma Zimbabwe ku right abahambe bona.
Well, there you have it. The man says that he's from Zimbabwe.
So the video opens on Winnie Mandela Drive, right in front of Fourways Mall. A Zimbabwean national is illegally hawking fruit on a provincial road, something that is explicitly prohibited by South African law. A mall representative is there, calmly explaining to the Zimbabwean man about how the law works. He points out that this road is under provincial control. Trading here is not allowed. It's illegal. Now, mind you, even in high-density CBD areas, there are designated hawking zones. This man isn't in one. He's not just breaking the city bylaws, he's disrespecting a whole province's infrastructure, blocking sidewalks, obstructing cars, setting up shop wherever he wants. Like many others, he's part of a wider pattern, and it's suffocating urban life in this country. And then it gets worse. The mall representative asks him, "Where do you stay?" He says Diepsloot. So the rep says, "Then why don't you trade over there?" And the Zimbabwean man responds, "There's no more space in Diepsloot." Let that sink in. He's basically saying, we've already overcrowded Diepsloot, so now we're moving into Fourways. But this man isn't just defiant, he's also entitled. He tells the mall rep that he's been hawking before the mall was even built, so now the mall should give him space inside. I mean, is he serious? He admits to trading illegally for years and uses that as justification for being rewarded with formal shop space. You are in the country illegally, you are trading illegally, and now you want subsidized mall access. The mall rep flatly says no. At this point, one of the cops joins in, rightfully pointing out that this man probably can't even afford the rent. But even then, he keeps pushing. He goes on to say, well, if not inside the mall, then somewhere. You must find a space. Can someone remind this Zimbabwean that he's not entitled to anything? I mean, this is not your country. You don't get to break the law and then demand luxury treatment. Now here's where the whole thing just collapses. The mall rep steps back, and rightfully so. This is when I expected the police to shut it all down and conclude with the day's operation. But instead of action, we see more talk. Why was there even a discussion to begin with? These cops arrive at a scene where bylaws are being broken. The man is undocumented. The job should be simple. Demand ID, call home affairs, arrest and process. Instead, we get drawn out debates, polite conversations and toothless threats. One officer says, "We're not going to have dialogue." Then they proceed to have dialogue. One of the officers tell him, "If we come back tomorrow and find you here, there's going to be trouble." Why tomorrow? Why not now? The law is being broken right now. He's laughing at your faces right now. He's ignoring you right now. This man clearly has no respect and no fear for the law, because these are not officers that are trying to enforce the law. They're babysitters trying to manage adult criminals with compassion. Then comes the moment that left every decent South African cold. The policewoman, a black woman, who is probably also born in townships like the rest of us, looks this Zimbabwean man in the eye and says, "You need to understand how it works here. This is a white neighborhood. They don't want filth. Go to Diepsloot and sell there." Excuse me, what exactly is she saying? That our neighborhoods, the black neighborhoods, are acceptable dumping grounds for chaos, crime and lawlessness? Does she mean that white areas are to be kept clean, protected and orderly, while townships like Diepsloot must just absorb every undocumented trader, every hijacker, every squatter, every law breaker because what? They're already dirty? What about us? What about the families who built homes in Diepsloot, Soweto, Alexandra? We may not have billions like Fourways Mall, but we do have pride. We do pay taxes. We do have children that we are raising in these communities. We also want safety. We want clean sidewalks, peace, law and order. That policewoman's statement was a betrayal, a slap in the face, and a dangerous reinforcement of the idea that chaos is okay as long as it stays where black people live. No, we reject that fully. The Zimbabwean man finishes by saying that they'll pay rent if someone just gives them space. He even says the councillor should get involved. Once again, as if public officials are supposed to find illegal foreigners places to trade instead of arresting them and deporting them. The video ends there, but what it reveals is bigger than just one hawker in Fourways. It shows us a failing system where illegal foreigners feel entitled to space, rights, and even protection. It shows us law enforcement that's too afraid, too compromised, or too corrupt to do the job. And worst of all, it shows us South Africans, including black police officers, who believe that chaos is okay as long as it's in the townships. We must never accept that rhetoric. South Africa is a sovereign nation. We are not a refugee camp. We are not a charity, and we certainly are not going to stand by while the law is laughed at, police officers negotiate with lawbreakers, and our townships are treated like trash heaps. We are done being polite. We want our country back. No more illegal trading, no more soft enforcement, and no more disgusting remarks that imply black communities deserve filth while the suburbs get protection. It ends now. Call it out. Share this video. Stay aware, stay alert, and most importantly, stay loud. We are not going anywhere. They are. Watch the video on your left to see the DA kicking out illegal foreigners in Cape Town. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Until next time.